Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the past and how it consumes, but don't let it. That's something I'm learning to do. The past is something I used to think about on a daily basis, but now I only think about it every once in a while. But when I do, it really hurts. I've been through plenty of things, and I've done some things in my past that often consume me. But I don't want to let it anymore. I need to let go of my past and not let my past decisions flood my mind with better solutions. I used to try so hard to get to be other people's friends, but they all end once I get too close. It's like the hedgehog's dilemma. The closer you get, the more you hurt them, as well as getting hurt yourself. The best thing is to understand what happened, what decisions led you to that outcome, and to learn from it. I used to pour my heart out to my old friends, whether it was through words of affirmation, giving them gifts, or spending quality time with them. I would try my absolute hardest just to be a good friend, and in return, I was teased, I was mocked, I was often lied to, and a whole bunch of other things, even called slurs, as a joke in their eyes, of course. And it took me years to get out of that situation because I really had no one else. They were all I had known for years at a time, and I didn't know how friendships worked, really, besides the ones that I had. And the thing is, it was such a toxic situation, and something an old friend of mine said who helped me get out of it. She told me, sometimes you need to be okay with being alone. And when she told me that, I told her I was scared of being alone. And she said, no one said it wasn't scary. That was the moment she left me behind in her life, which I understand why she did what she did. I understand why plenty of people leave other people's lives, and especially in my own life. I really do understand, and a lot of them were my fault. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. A lot of them were my fault, and I'm trying to learn from those situations and become a better person because of it. I understand that everyone is different, and not everyone is compatible with me, and that is okay. I know that eventually I'll find my people, and everything will be okay. Everything will be okay one day, and I know that for a fact. And something about me is I go crazy for closure. As you saw in my other video, I literally walked to a friend's house just for some closure because she wouldn't talk to me. Even though the outcome isn't what I expected, I still learned from it. I still learned not to put myself in a situation like that where I demand closure, and to get friends that communicate better and don't just ghost you out of nowhere. So instead of dwelling on the past, I want to learn from my mistakes and really understand why I did what I did, first of all, and understand the feelings behind it, and see if there was other possible things I could have done so that in the future, if something similar happens, I can just look back and be like, okay, this obviously doesn't work. Let's try something better and change our ways as a person. I will admit I used to be quite mean because of the people I was around. Since I would get teased a lot, I would, tease back. And that has stuck with me through a long time, and I'm trying to become a nicer person and not be mean to people so much, because everyone deserves love. I mean, you never know what someone's going through, so why yell at someone? Why be mean to someone? Why raise your voice at someone? We're all human, we're all equal. And so that's why I like big civil communication. Like, I know that I'm sensitive to loud talking or yelling, but civil communication isn't just beneficial for like someone like me whose emotions often are like more emphasized, but it also helps me better understand where I went wrong and how to change from there, how to learn from that mistake that I made. And I was only thinking about this because I was dwelling on the past. But don't focus on it. Don't let it consume you. Let the past change you into a better person. Now, I'll admit, I've done my fair share of things that I'm not proud of. I once had it all, and it got ripped from me the moment that some people found out, which was bad on my part, but it showed me how something can be taken away like that. So you need to enjoy your life while you can. Especially now, since I'm moving, like, everything could be changed with the click of a button, with the click of an application, with a click of an offer letter. Like, everything can change so quickly. So you need to enjoy your life while you can and not dwell on things that you can't change. Only think about them in a way that you can use to change yourself, because we're only in charge of ourselves. We're not in charge of anyone else or their emotions. We need to take care of ourselves and understand why we do certain things and really understand how we operate. Because, I'm still young. I bet some of my viewers are still young. And there is still time to learn who you are. You don't have to be so sure of yourself at 17. Like, you may think you know everything, but you really don't. And our lives have really just begun. We're still learning the ins and outs and ropes of living. So why not take the time to make the mistakes and let them happen? Because making mistakes and letting them happen is the only way that you'll really learn from experience. And sometimes mistakes can hurt, sometimes mistakes can end bad, but either way, it's something that you learn from. And it's better to make mistakes while you're young, because you can still recover from that. You can still learn. You're still learning to be a human being. And even though it is better to make mistakes when you're young, it's still okay to make mistakes when you're older. I mean, they have this perception that older people must be wiser, they have to be this way. But even as you get older, you're still allowed to make mistakes. We're only people after all. People are allowed to make mistakes as they please. But if you're making mistakes on purpose, that's different. Mistakes need to be something you can learn from, and that is the only thing. But letting the past consume you and letting all those mistakes pile up and not learning anything from them and just letting them lay on your chest like a big weighted blanket. Do you know how hard it is to move under a weighted blanket? It's so hard. And so you just need to accept that you made those mistakes. And yes, you made them, but you can learn and grow and blossom from them. You really can. And that's what I'm learning to do, and I hope you guys can learn to do the same thing. It's amazing what the mind can do and the connections it can make. And you want to make your life the best it could be. So go out. Go to the club. Reconnect with someone. Don't actually. But reconnect with someone if you didn't have a bad ending. Yeah. But just live your life. Make those mistakes and learn from them so you can learn to be a wiser person. If you made it this far into the video, I'm so happy because I worked really hard on this. So yeah, goodbye!